opportunity right here for Jay Lethal going after the pure title of John Walters.
Jay Lethal showing a lot of heart and determination taking this match, but he is not going to let this opportunity at the pure title slip through his grasp. One eye swelled shut.
He's got about 50% of his vision, yet he's still doing battle in this ring.
Don't forget, there is a 20 count on the outside in pure title matches.
He's got the legs tied up, he's got the arms stretched out. Back to his feet, going for the Rana. Walters blocks the attempt, ties up the legs once again. He's been very weakened by this point in the matchup.
Walters with those vicious chops.
Title on the line.
Lethal's feeling it. Will this be his night? I'm sensing title change. Could we see history tonight? He hits it!
I'm Quinn McKay, and I'm here to update you on everything going on for the week in Ring of Honor. Everyone is super stoked for our upcoming Pure tournament to crown a brand new ROH Pure champion. And this week, I have some major updates as well as the privilege of announcing the remaining competitors rounding out the field of 16. As you know by now, matches contested under Pure rules emphasize outstanding technical and submission style wrestling with strict rules to ensure the integrity and quality of the bouts. Last week I showed you the entire match from 2004 where AJ Styles defeated CM Punk in the finals of the tournament to become the first ever ROH Pure champion. People like Samoa Joe, John Walters, Doug Williams, Jay Lethal, and Nigel McGuinness went on to hold the prestigious title, and in August 2006, then ROH World Champion Bryan Danielson defeated McGuinness to unify the titles, thus retiring the Pure Championship. Until now, I can announce that the Pure tournament will start on television the weekend of September 12th, and the following Monday, the matches will air in full on Honor Club. Let's run down the list of all the competitors signed to compete. The only former Pure champion in the tournament, Jay Lethal, making his much-anticipated ROH return, Matt Sydal, the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham, Hot Sauce, Tracy Williams, the Darewolf, PJ Black, fourth-generation wrestler David Finlay, Josh the Goods Woods, La Facción Ingobernable member Kenny King, Azucar Rocky Romero, former ROH World Champion Dalton Castle, and making their ROH debuts Tony Deppen, the Dakota Wheeler Yuta, technical wrestling wizard Rust Taylor, and just announced the Savage Weight, Fred Yehi. The last two names we can confirm are longtime ROH mainstays, the unpredictable Delirious, and someone who once called himself the Technician of Honor, the last real man, Silas Young. With the announcement of the Pure tournament, Silas has been expanding his training regimen to include multiple disciplines. Let's take a look at that now.
Josh Woods, come train with us. Come train with Team Hands of Gracie.
That's right, Josh. You better look out. I'm learning your game, and I'm going to get better at it than you'll ever be.
I'll be unveiling the brackets in full next week, right here on Week by Week, but I have been given special permission to announce one of the first round matches today. Two men who trained together, had their first match against each other almost 20 years ago, and also made their ROH debuts against each other in 2004. Matt Sydal will face Delirious in a first round Block B match. That's going to be absolutely incredible. Like, how am I supposed to choose who I'm going to root for? I don't understand. It's impossible. On that note, let's go to another Pure Rules memory because I need a distraction now. I need to think.
The crowd is divided in this very special Pure title match. The champion, Jay Lethal, in the green and white, making just his second defense. And it is against his mentor, Samoa Joe, who is the aggressor in the early going to this one. Special K, getting him serious, helping him, giving him the lessons that helped him win this title. These two have put their friendship aside for this one match. This is about winning, this is about titles, and these two wouldn't have it any other way.
Both men went crashing through the table at ringside. Joe blocks it. Full Nelson a dragon. He nails the dragon. Cover. Somehow, Samoa Joe kicks out. Lethal off the ropes. Full Nelson by Samoa Joe. Broken by Lethal. Dragon suplex by Samoa Joe.
This is a Chamorro combo.
Things are really starting to ramp up here in Ring of Honor, and that includes the ROH Strong podcast. That released 2 episodes last week. That's how huge they were. Episode 18 featured New Japan Pro Wrestling star David Finlay. He discussed being a competitor in the upcoming ROH Pure Title Tournament, being a 4th-generation wrestler, his days as a young lion in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and much more. Also, ROH lead commentator Ian Riccaboni joined the podcast and previews the Pure Tournament. And then Kevin Eck dropped a bonus episode 19 featuring actor and former WCW World Champion David Arquette. He discussed his new documentary, You Cannot Kill David Arquette, nearly dying in a death match against Nick Gage, which ROH wrestler he'd like to get in the ring with, and obviously much more. It's absolutely incredible, and to prove it, let's listen to some of it right now.
You mentioned Dalton Castle. I personally, as a fan, I would love to see you and Dalton Castle do something in the ring. And I know some people in the office in ROH, so I'm gonna plant that seed if you don't mind.
I don't know. Oh, I would love to. He's such a talented wrestler, man. He's just one of the greats.
I understand you were at a Ring of Honor show back in February in Nashville. Is that correct? Is my info correct?
Yeah, it is. I got to know Dalton during this whole time, so. We moved to Nashville, and now, I get to see him more often.
Episode 20 of the ROH Strong podcast was just uploaded a couple of hours ago, and it features Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. That is free to check out, and the latest edition of ROH TV also available for free right now, and that features Hot Sauce as well. We go day by day with Tracy as he highlights what he's been up to throughout quarantine and runs down some of his very favorite matches. You can check that out now, and don't miss this week's upcoming episode because we're done with Day by Day, and it's now time for Happy Hour. Let's take a look at the celebration in store for TV this weekend.
Yes, it's Happy Hour on Ring of Honor television.
We're going from being on people's itty bitty phones and stuff. We're gonna be on 75-inch TVs, man. This is great.
It's a whole episode dedicated to none other than you and me, the bouncers. This is so cool, dude.
Yeah, I mean, and hey, we miss being out there with the fans. We miss drinking beers. We miss kicking the crap out of people. But hey, people know what we love, and they know what we're all about. Bruiser, tell them what we love.
Oh, we love wrestling, and we love drinking beer.
Happy Hour on TV sounds like an absolute blast, seeing as it's, my favorite hour in general. And you can always check out new and old episodes of Happy Hour on our YouTube page. Tomorrow's edition features special guest, the Blue Meanie. Also on YouTube right now is the second ROH Roundtable, which covers wrestling in the time of COVID. Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman are joined by Todd Sinclair, Slex, Session Moth Martina, and Mandy Leon to discuss the canceled Vegas events, ROH's return to action, and COVID-19's effects on the wrestling world in a very candid panel. Here's a bit of that now.
Phone rang and it was someone from Ring of Honor office, and they said, look, this is bigger than wrestling. This is a pandemic.
Nobody knew exactly what coronavirus was.
Ring of Honor was one of the only companies to completely shut down and say no.
If there's a virus out there that you can catch just by being within 6 feet of somebody, imagine wrestling somebody. You're going to be a lot closer than 6 feet.
Unfortunately, due to travel restrictions, there were a number of international talents that we weren't able to bring in for the Pure Title Tournament that were originally supposed to be there. And I hope that I get to see every single one of those people very soon. And you can help me achieve that dream by doing something very simple and that's just wearing a mask. You can get a really cool one from the ROH Pro Shop right now. Anyway, Joe Hendry, another ROH competitor that cannot enter the country at this time, needs your help with something, and that something is merchandise sales. Joe said in a recent statement that you can see on YouTube that if you buy a Prestigious One t-shirt today, he'll write you a custom song. I can't guarantee that it's going to be a nice or flattering song, but he does promise that he'll write one, so proceed with caution. I'm sure it's going to be totally fine. In other news, like every Friday, we uploaded another 50 new matches to Honor Club from our history for Fresh 50 Friday. Classics such as El Generico versus Homicide, Bryan Danielson versus James Gibson, Shingo versus Curryman, and Milano Collection AT versus Samoa Joe from Survival of the Fittest 2005. Let's take a look at some of that match now.
Drop down Joe up and over. Leapfrog by Milano, Joe off the ropes. Nice split. Great agility. Rolls through. Head scissors takes the big man down. Joe back to his feet, connects with the open hand strike. Matrix is underneath that attempt. Roundhouse kick. Right upside the head. Springboard, twisting senton. The Armani shoe exchange, but not enough.
Right now, we're going to do a best of the award-winning segment. Who wrote award-winning? Is this award-winning? Anyway, the segment question of the week. Take it away, production. Do your thing.
Jushin Thunder Liger.
My favorite cartoon character is the baddest bird in the desert. Roadrunner, baby. Meep, meep.
Ella, what's my favorite animal? Yes, it is. I'm a Leo, and my favorite animal, it's a lion. Roar! Beaks up, beaks up, beaks up, beaks up. Favorite movie, can't do just one. Sports movies like Hoosiers or Rudy, inspirational ones, I love like those. I'm also into like chick flicks, Ask Todd Sinclair, so like Serendipity or The Vow, good stuff.
Bobby Cruise's favorite? It's a chick flick. It's got to be a chick flick. Serendipity. I'll give you a reason. I'll give you a reason. I'll give you a reason to dance away.
If I could have any superpower, wait. You're asking me if I could have any? Don't say it. Don't say it. What's up with that?
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
I'm the Beer City Bruiser, and my favorite food is beer. That's a food, right?
No.
Beer.
My absolute favorite movie of all time is Major League.
Es el pingüino.
My favorite animal is a gator.
Favorite video game? Animal Crossing.
So, my favorite match of all time is Edge versus Mick Foley, WrestleMania 22 hardcore match. Can't beat it.
So don't tell Vinny this, but my favorite movie is The Devil's Rejects.
So I'm passing the torch to Vincent. It'll be a righteous party in hell. Welcome to the Ring of Horror.
Angelo Poffo and Macho Man Randy Savage.
That's it, and that's all.
Hello, Ring of Honor world. This is the most wanted bandido, and if I could have a superpower, it will be fly.
You know, eventually, I'd like to buy a Bugs Bunny and a monster, or maybe something by Jay Ward. He was the artist. You know, maybe a quick draw and my favorite cartoon character, a Baba Booey. He goes for $325.
You know what I mean? We can say the Nasty Boy. We can say Harlem Heat. We can say the gangster. It's all about how you do it.
My favorite food is chocolate chip banana pancakes, and my favorite beverage is the tears of my enemies.
Hey, Carrie Silkin here. My favorite movie of all time? The Wrestler, because Ring of Honor was featured in it. Check it out if you haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, Pokemon.
I'll be your ice cream, like ice cream. I'll be your ice cream.
My favorite food is meanie burgers.
Pizza, 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 pizza.
Hello, yes, Ring of Housen. You must know Danhausen's favorite song. It is Tequila, obviously. Yes, Tequila.
It is my whippet here, Gromit. Isn't he just the best? Gromit, give me a paw. Give me a paw. Good boy.
My favorite cartoon is Archer, which would make my favorite cartoon character Sterling Archer.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and When Nature Calls. And pretty much any horror movie.
That's easy. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. The GOAT, Chico El Luchador.
Es el pingüino.
It would probably have to be teleportation.
I've been working on it for a while, but sometimes my landing is off.
私の好きな試合はヒロン vs イモ。
Batman Arkham Asylum, Red Dead Redemption, Dark Souls, and Rock Band. Yeah, those are my favorites.
Flapjacks.
A peacock?
Duh.
My favorite movie, I would have to say, features Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy. The movie called Life, named Jingling Jingling.
My father Rouge.
And my father, la bestia del rey. No pasa.
Nada, perro.
Es el pingüino. This is my favorite animal. Rendirse jamás, luchar siempre.
Thank you for watching the best of Question of the Week.
Pizza, 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 pizza. Mi comida favorita es la pizza. Yeah.
That was ultimately done for one reason and one reason only, and that was to set the stage for perhaps the greatest piece of Ring of Honor merchandise of all time. This extraordinary Flamita t-shirt with a masked penguin eating a piece of pizza is now available. It is so cute, it is so dumb, and I love it. Be sure to check out all the cool merchandise at the ROH Pro Shop. There's t-shirts, masks, as I said, DVDs, and everything at a super great price, including the new ROH Weird Summer shirt, which honestly rivals Flamita's for shirt of the summer. Moving on to something way less pleasant. Last week, the woman who doesn't want me to say her name on air, even though I'm the host of Ring of Honor and this show, and the first woman to literally ever do that, so the disrespect... Sorry. Anyway, she demanded a phone call between the two of us right here on Week by Week, otherwise known as my show. Now, I didn't have time last week because obviously I'm very busy, but this week our producers are saying that I have to do this. They can't give me a legitimate reason, but here we go. So, let's go.
Ah, yes, hello, Quinhausen, how you do? Seems Danhausen suspects that you need more practice working your telephone machine. Anyways, Danhausen will put you through to the call, and, yes. Ah, I got it. Very good. Okay, see ya.
That's such a Mount Martina. Guys, I got...
Dad? Danhausen? Warehausen?
He put me through... Oh my gosh, how are you?
Finally! Oh, I thought I was going to have to put up with that Danhausen fella. I had enough of him. I'm delighted to see you, Quinn. It's been months and months and months. Oh, 1 sec.
I can't believe this is actually happening right now. I've been trying. Okay. Are you good? There we go.
Who the hell are you?
I'm so good. How are you? How is quarantine and the pandemic in Ireland?
Well, I've been asleep now for a couple of months, it seems. So I've kind of bypassed most of it. I just wake up, talk to Dan Housen for a while, have a few drinks, go back to sleep.
You make you talk to him every day?
Yeah, well, I think so. I don't know. A lot of it mixes between, like, I'm not sure what's real or what's a party or what's, I don't know. What month is it even? I saw you last week in Vegas.
It's August. It's August. And unfortunately, I didn't actually make it to Vegas. So, yeah.
I think I need to lay off the beer a little bit. Like.
Maybe a little bit. It's some time.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, my time's been interesting. I'm keeping myself entertained, you know. I've decided to start doing really intellectual things like reading ingredients on stuff, and I've started like cooking, but more mixing alcoholic beverages and
mixology.
Just really, really smart people stuff. You know, I'm really using the time to better myself as a person. Like I've started running because the off license closes at 10 here, so I need to make it every day in time. So it's really doing wonders for my fitness as well. So I think I'm coming back a better person.
So beer runs have for sure kept your ring cardio just like up to par. So you're ready to go.
I will go right now. I will fight you if you'll have me.
That's good.
It's been so long. I think I'm ready to fight my teddy bears at this point. I don't care.
That's excellent, because it actually leads me to my next question and my most important question, what I've been trying to ask you for like 2 months now. So
I get a bit tired now that you're saying it. Gotcha.
Oh, it's never gonna
happen.
Okay, so we had the Pure Title tournament, and unfortunately, because of travel restrictions and because of coronavirus, COVID-19, we weren't allowed to fly in a lot of our international talent. Hopefully, by the time we do the Quest for Gold tournament, because it would follow that we would, since we rescheduled the Pure Title tournament, you were announced for it before the global pandemic happened. So, hoping and fingers crossed that you can get over here for the Quest of Gold tournament, whenever it may be, who do you think is the biggest threat?
Well, Quinn, first of all, when it happens, I'm going to swim over if I have to. I am not missing that one. I can swim pretty well, and I think with my cardio the way it is right now, I could make it across the Atlantic, I think it is.
Breaststroke? Doggy paddle?
Doggy paddle, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
But there's no way in hell I'm going to miss that one. Who's the biggest threat? See, Session Mott doesn't really fear anyone, because when there's something at the end of the line that I can pawn to buy unlimited amounts of drinks, nothing will stop me. I was very excited to wrestle Nicole Savoy in Vegas when that stopped. So she's one I have my eye on, definitely.
Master technician.
I'm very much looking forward to Kellyanne from Australia.
Yes.
I wrestled her in the UK before, and it was a blast. She's not a big fan of the alcohol now, but I'm pretty sure I could change that. And you know, Angelina Love, I can get her to come around to my ways. I mean, everyone can be a bit mean at times, but you put 2 or 3 shots in them and they're everyone's best friend.
I don't know that I have a hope for that with Angelina Love. I think that
just stick with me. I'll sort it out. We'll all be buddies. We'll go to the bar. There'll be none of this like meanness. We'll all calm down and have a great time, especially once we're all back together after coronavirus.
One of the things that I love about you is that spirit with the booze and the bubbles.
Booze?
You see the best people, and you always
say something about booze.
You have booze.
Oh yeah, I have booze.
I have coffee. Well, thank you so.
I was just starting to like you, Quinn.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Tread lightly.
Please have interviews with me in the future. This was so hard. It finally happened.
I forgive you.
Thank you. And thank you for finally coming on the show on Week by Week. I'm so glad we finally got our interview, and I hope that I get to see you so soon.
So I'm going to swim. I'm going to go get my bathing suit on now, and I'll see you I'm not going to lie, it'll probably take me a month or 2, but hopefully by then I'll see you.
Please wear a life jacket. Safety first.
Bye, Quinn.
Bye. That was incredible. Danhausen did a nice thing for me, like another nice thing, and I'm really starting to feel bad about all the horrible things I said on Twitter to keep him from getting hired. Well, that's all for this week. Remember, we release the Pure Tournament brackets next week, and it's going to be incredible. Trust me. You can follow me on Twitter at Quinn McKay and Ring of Honor on all social media platforms at Ring of Honor. Like and subscribe to see all future videos. I'm Quinn McKay, and I'll see you next week on Week by Week.
The ROH Pure title is on the line. Samoa Joe set to defend against Nigel McGuinness. Samoa Joe has really elevated the prestige of the Pure title, much like he did the World title during his illustrious reign as world champion. Samoa Joe hits the ropes. He's got a chair. It did cost him a rope break.